Kev,
Yo,
hello,
man,
dude.
how you doing? Okay, so you guys
Good.
have that like fucking slick HD shit, like when you used to seeing like just shitty webcams, and I feel like I'm watching the show.
We're trying to be professional for once in our
Yeah,
damn lives.
dude, I feel like I'm watching Cheese TV right now.
Cheese TV, goddamn, that's a throwback. It
Yeah,
was that
No
was
one
the
outside of
best.
Australia is going to get that.
he got
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, fuck
It's
that. If they
great.
don't know about Cheese TV, they missed out, you know?
Yeah. You know what? We were going through this. I was talking with a friend the other day about like the nostalgia of like 90s, early 2000s TV. We talked about Gumby this morning. Do you
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
Gumby?
damn, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that
Gumby,
was a.
there's this thing on YouTube, it's like Ghetto Gumby, and someone's like overdubbed it. Uh, it's I go on side fucking tangents all the time. You'll have to excuse me, but like, yeah, when you get a chance, check out Ghetto Gumby. That shit's
Okay.
super funny.
Yeah, you watch everyone watching this has just bookmarked this for yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check
Save
out
this
Ghetto
interview for
Gumby.
later. We'll go check out Ghetto
uh,
Gumby.
This is a monumental moment for us, man. You're the first animated character we've ever had on this channel.
yeah, thanks, dude. I get that a lot. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like it's we've been so busy writing tunes and stuff. It's hard to keep up with like all the remember when like MSN everyone had like Brie after their name, as in like trying to reference pig squeals and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
People keep bringing up like fucking like animated, and I'm like that must be some fucking new thing, and
It's
I've
what the
just been
cool
like way
dudes,
too
the
embarrassed to
cool kids
ask.
refer to as. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Johnny's not up with the lingo of the youth. He's using
I'm just not.
outdated.
I'm not a cool kid, man. I'm
No,
not a
that's
cool
I'm the
kid.
same dude. Like yeah, like but no, it's cool. Like no, yeah, stoked to be on. Like I really I dig what you guys do, and I like it when you say nice things about us.
Well,
So
it's very easy
it's a match made
because
in heaven.
yeah, as long as you say nice things back.
Of
We
course.
checked you out. The first one we checked out was My Childhood Died. Was that the
Yeah,
first thing we checked out? And was
hit me in
just
the feels, brother.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
dude.
so refreshing to have lyrical content we could relate to on such a
Mm.
personal level.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I don't know. Everyone just assumes that that was like a meme or a joke, and I'm like, no, I meant like every. I can swear on this, right?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, you
dude.
can.
Dude, I meant every fucking word of that shit. Like, you know, it's it's probably best not to get me started, but um yeah,
Ramble.
like
That's what this channel is all about.
Go for it, dude. Yeah,
yeah,
we
I don't know.
tangents, rambles,
It's
naughty
like
swear words.
people I don't know. I say this all the time, but it's like you've got people fighting wars over religion and shit, and it was like based on fucking storybooks from 2000 years ago that like have way more fucking plot holes than anything. Um and then I don't know. It's like I feel like even like you said then, like cheese TV stuff like that. I feel like that's our kind of religion. And when someone fucks with it, it like pisses you off. So I don't know, it
100%.
gets me on a deep level. So uh I guess yeah, I guess that's a mini rant for you.
If we're talking about
Yeah.
like religion, then who's your idol? Who do you worship? Who do you look up to the
Oh,
most?
uh like Luke Skywalker, dude. Like that
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
like
absolutely right.
practically raised me. But then I don't know, and you guys have heard the album, so you've probably caught like anytime there is a like a pop culture reference, and I didn't even like saying that word pop culture, but it's the easiest fucking thing to do. Um, I don't know, I'm big on like sacrifice, like the hero's journey, like just that mantle, that burden of responsibility on someone's shoulders. I don't know, that shit just speaks to me. So that Attack on Titan song. I don't know if you've seen Attack on Titans. It's a bit of a sleeper for some people, but
I'm not an anime
Evan
person.
Smith,
Yeah, you're not a
the
huge anime guy. I'm not
Yeah.
huge on anime, but my son watches a lot of it as well. So I get to
yeah.
see plenty of it.
Um, and then I don't know if you guys caught X-Men 97, the new X-Men.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I can get down with.
Okay, so
I
I don't know if
haven't
you
finished
guys
it
checked
though.
out Remember My
I haven't.
Name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's about Gambit, dude.
Of course.
Of
Remember
course
My
it is.
Name.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, they'll say I did this for them, but I did this for you.
Oh,
Straight in the feels,
Loved
my
it.
guy.
yeah.
How did you feel about Gambit getting his little moment in the sun in the recent Deadpool and Wolverine?
You know what? I really dug Channing Tatum. Like as I that room has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you fucking serious? You can't fucking play Gambit. And then like as soon as he walked out, I had a little laugh and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then when I heard him do the accent and stuff, I'm like, oh shit, I could watch 10 movies of this, like if I'm
Yeah.
completely honest.
He nailed it.
Did you
Absolutely nailed it.
see yesterday they announced the cast for the next Avengers, whatever the next one is, like Doom, whatever, Doctor Doom.
Doomsday.
Oh
Doomsday,
yeah.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
he's
see
in
it.
it as
I'm
Gambit.
kind of nervous. But like what's
You and
the
me both.
what
I
I'll
didn't
check
I
it
can't
out,
even
but like
we've said this before. We've got like a bit of like Marvel fatigue at the moment,
Mm.
but I saw that
yeah.
he was cast in that, so he's playing Gambit in that movie. He's coming back,
Oh
so
shit.
that got me excited because I agree. I thought he did a good job of it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
killer. Like and I don't know, I'd be interested to see the cast for that. Yeah, Marvel
It's
fatigue
monstrous.
is a thing, but I think like it's fatiguing when it's all shit, right? Like we had
That's exactly
Endgame,
it. Yeah.
that was epic, and then we've got I mean, I you know what, the Spider-Man stuff was good, but yeah, aside from that, it
Spider-Man's
was
cool.
yeah, there wasn't a lot
There
of
was
really, as much as I love Sex and the City, I don't want to see it as a Marvel show.
You look like a guy that would like Sex
You
and
know
the
what I
City
mean?
Yeah.
vibe. You have
Yeah,
that
bro.
vibe about
Yeah.
you.
But that's cool,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Like you
That
do you.
sassy Samantha.
Yeah, she's so sassy,
She's
right?
such a
Yeah.
like a bitch, but like a good way.
That's Johnny.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about like metalcore and the nerd culture being so intertwined? Because like I think from the outside, people look at our scene and being like, they're all like screamy and angry in this, and then we're all like Magic the Gathering and Marvel comics.
Oh,
What
dude,
what
that's a
what do
pretty
you think it is
easy
about
one.
that
Like,
connection?
because we were all fucking picked on in high school. Maybe not you, because you got the hair and the arms, but like,
Yeah, I
you
wasn't big
know,
then.
we were all nerds in high school, like growing up, and then we, you just get together with some mates, and you like, how shit is the world, and you can't go writing fucking acoustic songs about that shit. You gotta
It's true.
detune that shit and get it out. So I don't know, but I think because there's a lot of emotion in music as well. Like, if you talk to a lot of people about music, like a lot of fucking muggles, they're just like, they'll like a couple of hit songs from
Yeah.
like I went and saw The Offspring like years ago with Sum 41, and it kind of like when I was there, it sort of dawned on me that they're kind of like a radio band because they were playing all these like cool hits, but then like Get a Job would come on and the whole crowd erupted and I realized it was all Weekend Warriors like, woo,
Yeah.
it's that fucking song from the radio. And then but like I don't know, I got really offended because I'm like, oh, you guys don't get it. So with like metalcore stuff like that, there's like emotion to the music, and not just in the lyrics, but like those minor riffs, those hooks, those little like to talk about my boy, the Ghost Inside do it so well. Like everything will cut out, and there'll just be some like you know beautiful guitar that rips your heart out and
Yeah.
then you know what's coming and you just fucking like you clench your fists and you're like, all right, I'm gonna like take all my repressed shit out right now.
Yeah. Just
And I
windmill
think
Yeah.
some poor motherfucker in the forehead.
Mercy to me is still one of
that's
my
it. And you'll
all-time
love it and you'll
breakdowns.
thank me.
Yeah. He'll go home
Um
with an egg, but he'll be like, I earned this.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
mine.
I don't know, so we just feel shit and these narratives like this, in and again I'll use that shitty word I hate, pop culture, like the narratives just fucking they rip your heart out. Like, you know, the Gambit episode, I mean, hopefully no spoilers, but that I was moved for days. after
I
that.
think it's also that that like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, all that sort of stuff, even anime. I think one of the reasons that anyone falls in love with it is because they're such big stories, they're such larger than life characters, and it always comes from a place of being different and feeling like an outsider,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely,
you're
dude. It's like
always rooting for the underdog.
that's it. We're all underdogs. Like, no one wants to see a fucking movie about some dude that's got it all getting more. Um, like that's the shittest movie
From rich
ever.
to richer. Yeah, that
Yeah.
wouldn't be a very inspiring story. Oh,
Just
great.
cool. A movie about
Yeah.
Elon
Unless,
Musk getting more
unless,
money.
what about if he's someone that's like a really like I look at Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is like a good example of a guy that sort of had it all, like successful football coach, went to I don't know if you've seen Ted Lasso at all.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what? I actually thought of that reference straight away. Like Ted Lasso, I watched the first couple episodes. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to sustain this? This dude's like too happy. That man, I say this probably like every second day. High five, tree. Like
Yeah.
that. Dude, that was an instant fucking
Line.
call. Like
Yeah.
that's like words to
So
live
that's kind
by.
of one. Whilst there's like little dips in the story, he still kind of continues to get what he's after the whole way. But they did it in a way that was like because he was a good person, he deserved it and earned it.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess like he's just a a people pleaser like the rest of us, I guess. Like, he's nice, but to what end? It's like, is it for him or is it for them?
Hmm.
Have you finished it?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I want more.
They've
I want
announced
more,
more.
man. Good.
Fourth season
Oh,
got
is it
released.
Greedy
done?
as fuck.
Yeah,
Is
the
it
third
Yeah.
finished?
season was well, the third season finale was supposed to be the end, but they just got picked up literally last week for season 4. So
Oh, damn.
they're bringing it back.
That's
Yeah,
good news.
yeah.
For real though,
Now,
how good's Roy Kent?
oh, the
Him
best.
as an actor and as a writer, like he's written on so many shows as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
genius. I don't know if you watch Shrinking as well.
No, I haven't checked that out.
Oh, dude, he's one of the key writers in that. That's Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, and
Is
that's
he
a
one of the
fucking
writers of
stellar.
that?
He's one of the writers in that as well. Yeah, dude's got
That's a
like
Things I didn't
stacked
know.
lineup already. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would highly
Good
recommend
show.
that. 2 seasons of that as well. Apple TV Plus. I'm in no way sponsored by them. I'm just that's where all the good shit is right now. So.
No, dude, it's yeah, they've got a lot of good stuff on there.
I also read somewhere yesterday that they're losing $1 billion a year in Apple TV Plus because they're spending so much money on their shows to get them so premium, but they kind of make up for it because like AirPods is a $21 billion industry or something for them. But like,
Yeah, I
imagine having a
guess when
thing and
you
being like,
like
yeah, we're losing $1 billion a year.
I talked to Emily at Death Proof once. You guys would know Emily, right? Um,
Yep.
and I was like complaining about some band. I won't say who, but like there was just a shit band, and they were like massive. And I was like, yeah, yeah, you guys don't deserve that. Like, why the fuck would a label like have them on? And she was like, well, you know, that one band probably pays for like every album your favorite little band has made. I'm like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, you can keep doing your thing.
It's
Yeah.
part of
I'll allow
like,
it.
the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Fine.
it's
Keep making
fine.
records that sound the same.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking a little bit earlier, dude. Number one, see, Lost Souls is a great band name. What do you think are the shittest band names? No reflection on the band themselves.
Yeah, what so
What's a
the
shit
reason it came
band
up
name?
because I was like, Hoobastank is a
Terrible
bad band name. What do you think
Dog
is
shit.
like is it Johnny said Lost Souls is a good band name. What's a bad band name for you?
Dude, I use this example all the time because I don't know, people are always like, oh, we don't know what to call the band, I don't want to call the band. I'm like, wait, if a band can be called fucking Green Day, can like take over the world, that's
We didn't talk about Green Day.
like that
Yeah.
is it's not, I guess it's not shit, but it's just like maybe the most nothing name
I
I've
said
ever
like
heard.
Blink 182 is a bad band name as well. Like, what is that? That's a nothing thing. That to me
Yeah,
is
I
not a
think
good
so,
band
but
name.
like I don't know if Blink can actually do anything bad. Like I feel
That's
like
another
if
one.
they could and have like play atrociously and
Everyone's like,
we would
yeah.
just want more and more and more. Like I don't
Yeah.
think they could do anything wrong, like ever, except except for neighborhoods.
Shots fired. Shots
Well,
fired.
you know, if it gets their attention, fuck.
Yeah, the next feature. Time to
Yeah,
lock.
for
Lost
sure. He
souls.
just
Tom, no,
rocks up
Tom
on your.
hates metal music, but
You reckon? Do you know that he does? Does he hate metal?
well, I think so. Like there in Travis's book, they talk about Travis talks about Tom used to give him shit just for hanging out with metal bands and stuff, and then there's like lyrics and you know, heavy metalers and their awful pussy hair bands.
Yeah. Shit on Slayer.
He
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's
seems
the.
like a fucking uh you know like those like militant punk dudes. If it's not like double time
Exactly that one thing. Yeah.
and palm muting, if it's not like quicker than Pennywise, how dare you fucking even suggest it? I feel like he'd
Maybe
be
he
like
was
that.
beat on by metalheads when he was younger, and so he doesn't
Yeah,
like him for that.
yeah.
Well, that's it. And you would have heard the saying like never trust a fucking hardcore kid that wasn't raised on pop punk, right?
I have not heard that
I
saying, but
love
it's
that.
fucking fantastic.
That's
That's
exactly
the
me. I am
yeah,
the pop
yeah.
punk kid that now likes metal.
That's
So
it, man. If someone doesn't have that punk rock heritage, they're fucking sketchy, dude.
What do you mean?
you were a metal dude from the get go. You came out. Your first show was fucking Metallica.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
I
but
was
Metallica is Metallica, dude.
yeah, I was an everything guy.
Yeah, but Johnny's old as fuck, and so that was all. That
I
was as
was
metal as
see,
it
I
got back
was
then.
like
If he's
the
got hand
offbeat
tattoos, I feel like he
Pennywise.
gets away with anything.
Well, you know, tough stickers, bro.
I love
Tough
the way that
sticks.
you like agreed. Instantly,
Yeah,
you
well,
just smiled and like, well, you know, like
fake it
it's
till
a
you
it's a
make it,
fact.
brother. Fake it till you make it.
I want to talk about the. We talked before the Ghost Inside, but the feature on the last single, Mosh Lords with Mr. Vigil,
My boy,
was
my
that
best
like
friend.
a yeah? How stoked were you about that coming together?
Dude, like honestly, fuck. It's like it was surreal. Like this whole yeah, like you start a band and you put some stuff out and you have fun and then like in a very short amount of time, um, we we had access to um one of our fucking like idols. And the Ghost Inside, I feel like are just they're like one of they're not like the biggest band in the world, but they're in terms of that style of music, they're just like, you know, the almost like fucking forefathers or gods sort of thing. They're like the
Yeah,
most respected,
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
credibility there.
there's
yeah,
so
like
much
so
adoration and respect in the hardcore community for them. Like especially their approach to hardcore. You know, the
yeah,
music
dude.
was so melodic, even
That's
in their
yeah.
heaviest shit.
That's the thing. Like a lot of the I feel like they really opened that shit up and were probably a gateway for a lot of those pop punk kids to be like, you know what? I'm a fucking little angrier than I thought. I'm gonna play some more of this Ghost Inside band.
Yeah,
But
right.
no, we were stoked. I mean, and obviously the song is pretty fun and we're not talking about like typical kind of metal song stuff. So
Getting kicked in the
when
dick
we're
is the first time I've ever heard that in a heavy song.
kicking dicks in the pit, you heard it here first. But you get it.
Well,
You're like, wait, why haven't I? How are we not talking about this all the time?
I don't.
Um,
I want to know if you're concerned, as the writer of this banger, if you're concerned about the backlash after multiple dicks across the world are in fact kicked as a result of you bringing that to light.
well, I mean, the song is almost like a. So when I was young, I would go to these metal shows, and you would see those like key fucking mosh kings or mosh lords, they were
Mm,
almost like bigger personalities than the bands. You were
yeah,
like, oh fuck,
They
like I'm
thought
not
they
going to
were.
mention the ones, but they would walk in and you're like, oh shit, like it's gonna go down. I wonder when he's gonna start throwing down and stuff. So
Yeah, that's so fucking true, man. I forgot about that. I forgot about the actual members of hardcore communities that had a name. It's like, oh, I wonder if he's going to be there. And then you kind of just you watch him at the
yeah,
side
yeah,
like this,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
waiting for them, and then you see him just getting ready, and then they just
That's it.
explode. It's like he's
And then
doing the
you're not
thing.
even watching the band. You're like, oh my God. And it's like, it's funny. Like, I always kind of laugh because you know how the like break dancers do that little like fucking foot. Yeah, yeah, that.
I
That's how
know what it
like,
is.
Yeah,
that's how like the mosh dudes would enter the pit. They'd be like a little like step and then it would just be like on.
yeah.
So the song is a little bit of a call out of like I feel like you don't see that. I feel like bands come out here and we do in this country like we dildo mosh and I think it's like kind of we just bounce up and down and I feel like it confuses a lot of bands because they'll be like open it up and the amount of American bands
We're
I've
going
tried to
across the
see
room.
yeah 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 the amount of American bands I've seen trying to get a fucking circle pit going and in Australia anyway, like they just want to like bounce up and down, which is so sick. But like there is a moment of confusion of like
Sure.
that. So but yeah, I feel like there's been a real like I just want to know where have all the mosh lords gone?
I
And
can tell you where they are because I
they're
witnessed one last week.
oh
Went
where
to the Era Silent Planner show. They played. We live on the Central
dude.
Coast, so they played the gospel show, and there was a dude there that was proper crowd killing. He was
Mm.
throwing. He
Yeah,
was
man.
getting people, and I was watching this dude being like, "Oh, you're a dick. You're taking people out here." I was watching him more than the show, and then he came across and
Oh
bumped into me, and was like, "Hey, dude, love the channel." And I was like, "Oh no, he likes us." But
yeah,
the benefit of that was I then went and just stood at the edge of the pit, and because he liked me, he avoided me at all costs. So I got to
that's
watch the
it.
show completely free.
Well, that's I don't know. There's a whole etiquette, and like when crew like mosh towards the crowd and people that just want to watch that, I actually hate that shit.
Yeah,
But it's like it's when they're in the middle and they're all consenting. I think it would be an honor to get your dick kicked by one of the greats. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
What
One
a
of the
it's a
greats.
a nice way of looking at it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
privilege.
that's it. I mean. I feel like dudes were like, let's be real, we would never deliberately kick another dude in the junk.
Never,
No, we understand
because
the
Like
pain
we've
of it
it's
felt
too
it.
much.
yeah,
We've
you
felt the
wouldn't wish that shit on
graze.
your worst enemy.
Oh
Mm,
yeah,
It's
we
man.
like
kind of do wish it on him sometimes.
yeah, for real. But you would never do it. It's like
No, I just wish it would happen to him.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's reserved, like that sort of disdain is reserved for, I don't know, Disney execs. Where you're like, damn, I wish you had junk so I could kick you in it.
Can
Fucking
you
ruined
believe
Kylo.
there's people that pay to have that shit done to them?
What?
What a, to get like kicked in the dick and stuff.
Oh, like masochists.
Yeah.
That's like in a sexual way, you mean?
How is it sexual?
It is for them, I guess.
I guess.
It's fucking nuts. Like
That's
literally.
that was a great segue. It was a weird
Yeah.
one, but it was great. It was like metal kicking dicks, and then you're like, yo, how's people like love that shit? And
Yeah.
I feel like a thread
Seamless.
we should
Yeah.
not
Welcome
pull
to a
on.
conversation with Johnny.
Yeah,
So, hey, I want to take it back to the album before we wrap it here. What's been the
sweet.
response for you so far? Because I think, as you said, people might have thought it was like a bit of a gimmick to start with when you came out, and
For
then
real.
realizing the quality of songwriting and how well executed it is. Have you felt like people are coming on board more and more and taking it more seriously again, actually realizing the chops you guys have in terms of writing and delivering this like music?
Yeah, for sure. It's oh, dude, it's been really strange. I think like we put out Childhood Died. Well, actually, first of all, thank you for the compliment because I mean, we do work really fucking hard on the songs.
Mm.
And even though apparently there's nothing special about them, I think they're pretty
Shifty
good.
eyes.
No, no, absolutely kidding. Because like that, to be honest, that was part of our whole shtick is like, if we're gonna, I think when writing music, like bands get bored and musicians get bored, and it's like you've just got to, I don't know, for me anyway, it's like we're not going to reinvent we're not going to reinvent music. Like we're good, we're not that fucking good. Um, we're not writing songs for other guitarists to go, oh, I would struggle to play that. We're just like if it sounds fucking good, just do it. And there was something
Yeah.
about that metalcore genre of yesteryear that incites something. It's like, rage verses and cry choruses. That's we kind of decided that's all we want to do. And of course, we had those conversations of like, oh, do we fucking, do we do this or we change it up? And it's like, well, that's kind of backwards engineering shit. Like, let's just write songs
Yeah.
we like, and if people vibe with them, fucking great. So, but it has been weird, especially with Childhood Died sat there for like the better part of a year on YouTube. And there was something really cool about it though that I think it had like 1,000 views. Um, but every one of those views meant so much. Like when the views are kind of low, it's like you always put an individual or a personality to each one, and you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I hope they enjoyed it. I wonder what they thought. I wonder where they were from. And then when that blew up, um, I don't know, it was really cool. But there was definitely like a vibe of, oh, is there going to be more? And then we did the return, which again was about Star Wars. So it felt, and it wasn't even really deliberate, but now that I look at it, I think we've had the perfect release schedule where like there was two about, you know, um, one about Star Wars, and then we switched, and it's like what, Attack on Titan, it's still pop culture, but like branching out. And then I think dopamine was really important to, even though there is like so many pop culture references in it, it was it was like I think that was the point where people were like, oh, okay, these guys might be a real band. And
Yeah.
then
It's almost like a palate
fortunately
cleanser
enough, we
source.
were we were lucky enough to work with Vigil, which gave us like credibility, and the timing around dropping that song and announcing an album was great for people to, I think, realize that we're a real band that is here to stay.
And the thing is as well, man, like you said, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You're not trying to backwards engineer. You're not trying to do anything other than what you want to do. And we've said it a million times when we've checked that shit on the channel. It's like we don't need that from bands. Well, like obviously it's cool to see that shit and it's cool to find bands that are doing that. But if we hear a solid song that takes us back to a sound and a place, and just makes us feel something, who cares? That's why rock and roll has been around and been so massive for so long. Because if the song is good, a song is good, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, dude, it's exactly it. Like I don't know. I think trying to reinvent the wheel. Like look at Metallica, for example. Like, we were talking about them before. They're arguably maybe the best band in the world. They're one of like maybe five in the conversation. But I
Mm.
guarantee there is like maybe more, if not just as many songs that you would skip by Metallica
Yeah,
than
sure.
ones you would listen to. But the fucking bangers are like cemented them. Like,
Yeah,
they
for
can
history.
they can make as many, they can do whatever they want because they are Metallica. But I don't know. It does, if I'm honest, it does bum me out when bands change style heaps. But I can't hate on them for it because they're trying something new and stuff like that. But they probably need to realize as well that I don't know. I don't think followings are gonna be that invested in individuals like creative endeavors. They've got to get something too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
for
go
sure.
play what
Yeah.
there's the reason they came to them in the first place. I
You
get that.
guys have the added like cool factor as well of having that fun element to you guys as well. Like heavy music doesn't have to all be doom and gloom, even though you're singing about touchy, Star Wars
Yeah.
shit that means things to you. Like it can be fun. There's an element of fun to it, and the weekend warrior or the everyday average Joe would probably not have ever had their mind and palate open to something like that.
Yeah,
But
dude, it's
this is the perfect way.
yeah, there definitely is a fun that I try and include in the songs because it's like you said yourself before, like this dude that was like throwing down at I forget the show you said you're at. Oh, Era.
Yep,
I
error. Yep.
fucking slept on Era. You know, we've been commenting with the singer. Like he commented on one of the posts with Vigil, and I like,
JT?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
didn't.
JT's my boy.
Yeah.
Ah, dude. Like he commented on one of the posts with Vigil, and I instantly shit my pants. And then I replied and was like, dude, we got to do a collab. And he responded being like, yeah, let's do it. Vigil and I need a collab. And I was like, yeah, I was talking about us, but anyway. Um, but you said it yourself, like he knocked into you and he was like, he was just stoked. He's like, yeah, dude, how good's metal? Fuck yeah, sick. And that's I think a part of the the part of music that might be missing a little bit. Like all bands, when they're not playing it, like fucking around and having fun, like having laughs, like the music is kind of like a I don't know, it's a catalyst for so much more.
Okay.
So, I didn't want to try and be that serious, but then it was kind of weird too, because it got to a point where I there's a couple of songs on the album that are actually quite serious, like lyrically as well, and I was almost nervous to kind of say that. And it's trying to find that balance of, I guess, for one, like um, everything I say, there is an element of truth to, but also they're not, you know, kind of cucking myself where I can't be expressive as well. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys listen to the whole album, but there's a song on there called Shallow Graves, and it comes directly after Dopamine, which was probably the song I was nervous about the most because it's just it's quite raw and honest, but it was really important to me to put it after Dopamine because Dopamine is very like you know, fuck yeah, we're like
Playful and
ADHD,
fun.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Um, but I felt like, we don't feel like that all the time. Like, the the moments between those moments where you're stoked and nailing it are quite fleeting sometimes. And I felt like I was kind of a fraud just saying that without the flip side of like, so Shallow Graves comes right after on purpose to show those sort of like, it's kind of like the polar opposite. It's like Dopamine is like, you know, fuck yeah, I can do anything. And then Shallow Graves is like, actually, I'm a piece of shit, and I can't believe I've done anything positive ever. And I guess the part that's hard is I guess we kind of slip in and out of that multiple times an hour sometimes.
That's a good thing. I
Um,
think
Yeah.
you want those peaks and troughs, and that's what makes the album a really fun listen front to back, because you're not just getting the one thing the whole time. It does flow and vary, and you kind of get like a full, I don't know, as you said, like your full spectrum of human emotion, because you
yeah,
are
thank you,
like
dude. It's
real
we're
people.
really happy with that. I feel I know I'm sure like every band feels like this about their work, but it does feel like it's we worked really hard to make sure that it didn't feel like there was any like dips or like fillers. It's
Yeah.
funny too because there's a song we put right at the back, Boosters or Plastic Crack, and that's the one that's probably had the most love that I've been surprised about. Like people are sort of most people
Okay.
are mentioning that. I think it's because it's got a little bit of that new metal like new metal, I don't know, fucking
Groove.
noises, I guess you say. Wow, shit like that.
Who needs a guitar when you've got a mouth, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
100%.
Well, that's how every song's written. Like, everyone's a drummer. Like, no, dude, just be like,
Yeah.
that's
Like
it.
voice noting into their phone and sending it to the guitarist. Do that thing where you go.
Yeah, dude. Big squealy.
Hey, Johnny, we need to wrap up, so I want you to ask the hard question. Finish it
Hard
up.
question.
Yeah.
All right, dude. You're gonna go on stage and play a show, right? Full
Uh-huh.
headline set. You're gonna play the album front to back. You're comfortable. You're warm or cool if it's hot. You're just ready to go. You're dry is the main thing. You have to put on either cold wet socks or cold wet underwear to play the set. What do you choose and why?
Oh, dude, It sucks because fuck wearing cold wet undies, man. Jesus.
Kev, I knew I liked you. You're absolutely right.
Damn it,
That's the
man.
correct answer.
Yeah, man. I mean, the socks are gonna be everything's gonna be drenched within minutes anyway. Um, but yeah, like I feel like I would forget about the socks, but the jocks, dude, I'd be like,
Chafing
yeah,
that bad boy. Yeah,
Nah,
no,
man,
thank
you're
you.
not getting. Nah, I reckon you're gonna like put the cold undies on. You're gonna go, oh shit! It's gonna give you a pep in your step when you get out there, and then you're gonna be
You seen this
drenched. And you're
man?
gonna
He's got
forget
so
about.
much pep going on already.
He's got a lot of pep. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not the coldness I'm worried about. I'm like, why the fuck are they wet? Are they just out of the wash?
No one
No,
knows. That's the
we're
mystery.
dunking him in an ice bath.
All right. Well, that's why I'm shit at these games because like when people play What Would You Rather, I just ask for all
The
the
context.
caveat. I'm like, yeah, but like, all right, yeah, I've got no arms, but like, how far advanced is science? Like, do I get robot arms? Because like, yeah, fuck my arms off in two
Yeah.
seconds for that shit.
Give me that
Are my
Jax.
legs extra strong with longer toes that can grab things?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do we live in a world where like, dudes are hotter if they're half robot?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
always an
I don't know
yes.
why it always
AI's
comes
coming
back
for
to
us all.
that. I'm not like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not that, well, I mean, I'm single, but like, I don't care that much. But it was kind of like it was a bit of fun in Mosh Lord, I guess. But like, there is a thing now where I'm like, okay, do I just look like I'm that desperate to try and
Desperate
get
for
a
a
girl?
date.
Yeah,
No comment.
yeah, that's it.
Nah, dude, you got this. Once the album is like in front of everyone, the girls are gonna be like knocking down the door.
Nah, it's too busy.
Swooning is the word you want.
You know what? I think like Yosh is the Yosh is the Magna man. Like the girls just die for that dude. And the dudes
Oh,
as well,
sure.
man. Like, fuck. Yosh is my
Yeah.
boy.
Beautiful people are beautiful. That's
That's it. He's got this whole like mysterious wisdom, which is actually just like, I don't know, stupidity. But he can
Sounds
play
like
it.
me.
it's the opposite of you. You just got the forward and then not mystery stupidity. That's
Yeah.
your thing.
That's it.
Kev, man, we're gonna let you get out of here. We've got to split, but congratulations on the album. We think
It's
sick,
fucking sick, dude. Well
and
done.
we're
It's
stoked to have
genuinely
you
rad.
doing cool
Thank
things.
you so much. Really appreciate that, and just thanks for the support and just for digging it. I love what you guys are doing, and it's nice to have it's just nice to have props from like dudes that know what they're talking about. So really appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man. We'll make this happen again.
Yeah, please do anytime.
For
And
sure.
let's
See you,
play some
dude.
Commander online.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Peace, lads.
Dude.
Peace.